John Crowell's here from the Locked On Celtics podcast after the Celtics 111-101 loss to the Miami Heat. A loss that featured exactly what we thought the Miami Heat were going to do. They were going to shoot a bunch of threes, 23 of 43. This was everything going right for Miami and a lot going wrong for the Boston Celtics. Let's start with the Heat. They did exactly what we said they were going to do. They're going to shoot a bunch of three-pointers. They put up 43 of them. So already we know that they knew the adjustment they had to make. They did it. And you get 5 of 6 from Caleb Martin. Tyler Hero, who had a horrible game 1, hits everything, 6 of 11 in game 2 here. Haywood Highsmith, 3 of 5. Nikola Jovic, 3 of 4. Jaime Jaquez Jr., 3 of 6. I mean, these are guys that this is, when you talk about complete outlier performances, they got absolute perfect outlier shooting night from a bunch of guys who are not big three-point shooters. Very reminiscent of last year where the Celtics couldn't hit much. They were 12 of 32, and the Celtics only putting up 32 three-pointers is a little bit of a problem here because that whole math thing that we were talking about didn't pan out. 12 of 32 for Boston, so they're outscored by they were outshot by 9 three-pointers. That's a 27-point difference in a 10-point game. Kind of a flip from game 1. The Celtics, by the end, they were turning the ball over. 13 turnovers for 20 points off turnovers. Very not like the Celtics. They are not a team that turns the ball over. So Miami does the job shooting-wise. They do the job defensively. And like the Celtics get 33 from Jaylen Brown. They get 28 from Jason Tatum. That's what you need from those guys, right? A 61-point combined performance from Tatum and Brown. But no one else stepped up for Boston. Again, this is a 10-point game. Derek White had a late spurt, 13 points for him. Porzingis, 1 of 9, 0 for 4 from 3, just 6 points. That's unacceptable. Drew Holiday, 9 points, 4 of 12 shooting, 1 of 4 from 3. That's just not acceptable. And nothing off of the bench. Al Horford hits a couple of shots. Sam Hauser hits a couple of shots. You get 12 bench points. It's not a formula for success. I don't know how much there is left to say about this particular game. On the downside, there are a lot of people who are going to panic after this and say, this is exactly how Miami won the series last year. They had outlier shooting performances. They frustrated the Celtics. The Celtics kind of got away from what worked, and they fell into bad habits, and you saw it here. The Celtics only putting up 101 points is bad. On the positive side, you say, and we did this throughout the entire Miami series last year, you say how many games are you going to get where Jaquez goes 50% from 3, Caleb Martin goes 5 of 6 from 3, that Highsmith goes 3 of 5. This is not, from a Celtics perspective, a lot of things that went right in one area of the game and a lot of things went wrong in the Celtics area of the game. You say, how many times is that going to happen over a 7-game series? So it's two different sides. I don't know how often you can expect any team. Forget that it's the Miami Heat. You can't expect the Celtics to shoot 53.5% from 3. But in a playoff series, these little outlier performances are going to happen. The thing for the Boston Celtics is, and you're right, hold on, I got the math wrong on there. See, the math was way off. The Celtics were outscored by 11 three-pointers. They're outscored by 33. That's my fault. Thank you, Jackson. Again, this is a complete flip from game 1. And it might just come down to three-point shooting is the difference. The Celtics are going to have to do a better job of limiting the Miami Heat and taking away those three-pointers. They're going to be more aggressive up on the ball. They're going to be more aggressive in taking those shots away. So that's going to be something they're going to have to do down in Miami. I still got to give credit to Nikola Jovic, who did a good job defending Kristaps Porzingis. The Celtics are going to have to figure that matchup out. Drew Holiday, there's a lot of talk about playoff Holiday. That's going to be something that they're going to have to figure out, because if the Celtics aren't getting the Porzingis, White, and Holiday performances, that's not going to go well for them. That's the entire It's their entire offense all season long. You get supporting performances from Porzingis, White, and Holiday. And I think Porzingis was frustrated. I think he's frustrated by not getting fouls, and he's frustrated by, I don't know, he's just frustrated by good defense. So overall, a very frustrating night for Celtics fans. I know it definitely was. I'll take a look again at what happened here, but the 3-2 zone was a wrinkle that I talked about yesterday, that the Celtics just have to move the ball better against that to get the performances that they need. There's no reason for the Celtics to only put up 101 points against this Heat defense. They're going to have to get back and get back to the things that worked beforehand. So I want to say hello to all the Miami Heat fans who are going to be in this chat, in this live episode, in the post. I'm going to do a post or a full podcast coming up in a little bit. So after I talk to all the guys in the locker room and all that. So gather my thoughts and get their takes on it. Miami Heat fans, welcome. I know you're going to have some fun talking some smack here in the comments. And hey, got to give credit to Miami. They came out with the exact game plan that we thought they would, and it worked. And the Celtics didn't respond. Now they have to go to Miami. They got to take these two in Miami. Like, we cannot. I said Celtics in 4. It has to be Celtics in 5. We cannot have this drag on longer than 5 games. The Celtics have to respond and take care of business. I'll be back with a full podcast later on. Make sure you're subscribed wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks, everybody, for listening to this immediate reaction. And I'll talk to you in a couple hours.